Thomas, I just want to kind of recap a little bit with Amerigo, ARG, the ticker there. You're expecting the company will have share repurchases, just kind of a bit of a steady Eddie on the cash flow front. You like
Yeah,
it?
so it's a unique business model for a lot of reasons, but one of them is just return on capital. Like, at the end of the day, what is a business that you buy? Like I think a lot of people forget. Like, you get into stocks. Like I got a conceptual view. This is what like it, when you have a business that pays out a big dividend, that's actually the fundamentals of a business, right? It's like, okay, well, obviously, you're looking at, well, what do I get? Well, if the copper price goes up, I get share repurchases plus special dividends. I enjoy in that kicker up, but I also know that their base dividend is covered at low copper prices. And that to me gives me certainty that there's free cash flow cover, and then I get the kicker up. And to me, also, we like gold a lot in 2023. I forgot to mention that we like gold a
Oh
lot,
yeah.
and I can talk about that in a bit. But to me, my inflation protection basket is a bunch of things. It's a bunch of things, right? It's copper. It's battery metals. Right now, what's really interesting is nickel is one of the best performing commodities. Full stop. One of the best performing commodities, but the stocks are so banged out. So we looked at it like last year, nickel say up 30%. The entire sector is down 50. Like all the juniors are down 50.
This,
I like that. I like that. Like
mm-hmm.
you did not see that actually in lithium last year. Lithium did incredibly well. Stocks did very well. So our SQM was up 71%. It was one of the top performers in all of the electric vehicle, the supply
Wow.
chain, right? So last year was a very interesting year. We made a clear bet that we're not going to own Tesla in any sort of meaningful way. We own a little bit, but we're not going to own downstream. We want to own the mine. We want to own the metals themselves. So from our perspective, this year could be a great year for the lithium stocks themselves, the mining stocks, and then
Hmm.
secondarily, you copper. You just want to own these hard assets. But we like gold a lot. I forgot to mention that we like gold a lot.
Okay. George, Thomas, you told me a couple of years ago, I think, or at least a year ago, to buy SQM, and I didn't buy it. Can you buy it today?
I would tell you we still own it because I'm still bullish on lithium. But in the ETF, we actually had it at a 10% weighting. We don't mess around. If we like a stock, we'll just get it, put it big. So we like it. We put it at 10% weighting. It was easily our best performing attribution stock in the entire ETF. Now it's at 5%.
Hmm.
Listen, still big, but
Okay.
not. I'm on my overall weighting. It's less excited, but I'll tell you this: nothing that I'm seeing right now tells me that we're going to hit a wall and of new lithium supply. It will come. Don't get me wrong, but there's a whole bunch of different reasons why production for all commodities are going to take time longer. It's just going to
Hmm.
get harder. You have ESG. ESG is like, this is a big thing, right? Just it's going to take longer to get these mines permitted than supply. If on paper it says 3 years, the reality is probably 8.
Yeah. No. Great. Great.
You
Great
know, and
point. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, but and I'm making a point for lithium, but that's the same point for copper. That's the same point. You go across the spectrum, and again, we got fairly good visibility about the inventory levels. Incredible visibility on these inventory levels. They're all very low, and we got great visibility on which mines are coming on. Like, there's no surprise mine, right? So
Hmm.
you've got a pretty good idea, right? What we don't have control is the economy, right, Catherine? Like, that's the unknown part of this entire equation, which I will say, uh, prior to China lifting COVID zero, I think everyone would be like, listen, this, if recessions hit, this is going to be a tough year for any cyclical commodities. But now you have this other force now, which is China reopening. And, if you look at travel, everything coming out of China, incredibly bullish for commodities and just, consumers, the Chinese consumer, right, and all that comes with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think I read yesterday that the flights out of China are up 254%. I mean, not surprising there. We only have about 10 seconds left, Thomas, but I guess bottom line though, in terms of going bullish, the battery metals, you are bullish on EV. You say you're not going to be necessarily buying the cars themselves, but obviously this is the push that you believe we'll see. You got 5
You know,
seconds.
I think the ubiquity of I'm still bullish on oil. I'm we can't deny the fact that EVs are going to continue to penetrate, even if it's a modest growth.
Okay.
We just don't have enough metals
Okay.
for it. Simple as that.